Well, hello everybody. Back with my coffee. This is going to be sort of a long video. I hope you watch it. You know, it's very important you watch who you vote for. Just because a Republican don't mean nothing no more. Because right here in my area, right across the line, Tennessee, in Hawkins County, Tennessee, about 45 minutes away from it, they decided that the Board of Supervisors, they was going to turn the county into some kind of socialist county. They had it planned. They was going to vote where if they voted their bill through there, that you couldn't have chickens if they so decided. You could, what animals you could have, if you had a business at home, if you could have it at home. All kinds of crazy shit stuff. And it slipped out, the people rose up and put a stop to it. You know, what kind of house you could have, man, it just all kinds of crazy stuff. And then a few days later, right down there in Chattanooga, completely red county, they come out with their plans on the 15-minute city. You get to drive so far, electric cars, recycling. If you didn't recycle right, you fined. Green fairways, you know, waterways, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, even though that you vote Republican, you turn your back. You think everything's okay. I told you before, you know, we can't just go out, somebody else take care of it. It's time for us to take care of it. You've got to be very vigilant and watch these people, because, you know, I don't know if these people come in from other states and played like a Republican to get on these board of supervisors or commissioners or whatever. But a lot of it's got to do with federal dollars. I've got a suspicion. You know, you do this, we give you federal dollars, you can buy you a new trash truck or a new police car or build that new school or whatever. So, you know, it's up to us. You know, we've got to stand up, we've got to stick together, and you've got to watch, even if they've got an R behind their name, don't mean they're really a Republican. There's too many rhinos, we've got to weed them out. We've got to flush them out of our system. And we've got to get rid of those people up there in Washington. They've been there too long. They ain't a handful of them that's a fight for the people. It's all about power and money. The more money they get, the more power they want. Or vice versa, the more power, the more money. It's all together anyway. And you know, I don't know how long they'll even let people like me voice their opinion on YouTube. I'm sure there's a time coming that they'll shut a bunch of us off. And you know, that's another thing that I want to talk about, is infighting. You know, people, we've got a struggle on our hands to save this country and save our way of life. And we don't need to be fighting one another. You know, if you disagree with somebody, you know, take it that person. You know, let's stick together. Let's fight for this country. Let's fight for President Trump to get him back in office. Maybe we can start making a difference, but we have got to do it locally too. We just can't count on President Trump to fix everything. It starts local. And we have got to be very, very, very vigilant and watch these politicians we elect. Right down to your county commissioner, board of supervisors. You know, if they're not doing the right thing, when they're trying to come up with some kind of junk to tax people for nothing, for useless nothing. You know, we've got to get back in this country to live within our means, you know. Now, I can tell you right now, these board of supervisors, local commissioners, and these town managers and stuff, they'll go after them federal dollars. And they'll throw me and you in the bus. About 3 or 4 years ago, right here in Scott County, they tried to tax farmers and loggers on all their equipment, even right down to the rusty old screwdriver. But they hit a rock wall. Farmers and loggers are tax exempt, can't tax us. So, you know, they'll try anything to get the money to run their cities. They come after the people in the country to run their cities. I mean, it's funny, ain't it? They want us to feed them, but they want to tax us to death that we can't operate. Amazing, you know. Or, I mean, we're in trouble. If you think we ain't, just look at the right across the line at Hawkins County, Tennessee, and Chattanooga, what they tried to do. And that's what did the last year ago bit. So, people, wake up, stand up. You know, it's funny, they'll have these meetings at these board of supervisors, town halls, but they'll schedule them in the middle of the day or try to hide it where people are working and can't attend those meetings, or don't even publish it at all. Sneak it in there. When they want to sneak something in and put a tax on your hind end, they do it on the secret. And they slip it in. Next thing you know, you get a tax bill and you go, what? Too late then to raise hell. So it's very important that we stay, you know, informed and go to these meetings. And when they try this stuff, stand up and say no. You know, I can't speak eloquence like a lot of these people on YouTube. I speak, I guess, this old common country. I mean, you know, I try to tell it the way that makes sense, but maybe I don't. But it's up to me and you to make damn sure that we attend those meetings, we stay informed, and we put a stop to this stuff. You know, I never would have dreamed that they'd try some of that shit right around here, but they tried it. And so, don't expect somebody else to do what you need to be doing. Stand up, be accounted, take a stand. Now let's fight for this country and our way of life. Because if we don't, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose. You know, you got churches that won't say that because they don't want to lose their tax-free status. You've got preachers that won't stand up and preach the truth. That's going along with a lot of this woke stuff. No. And that's another thing. Down in Chattanooga, they had a thing on equity, on jobs. You know, there had to be so many different kinds of people, so many, I mean, it's stupid. We better be waking up. Better be waking up. So let's not fight each other. Let's stand up together and make a difference. Start local, build right on up, and let's work our hind end off to get President Trump back in that office. And also make sure who you vote for in your local elections are who they say they are, and they're not rhinos in disguise. So be very, 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 very careful. That's about all I've got to say today. I want to thank everybody for watching, all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And if you would, I'm going to pray for you. And if you would, you pray for me. And let's take this country back. Let's stand up together in one voice and put a stop to this junk that's going on. get our country back, put President Trump back in that office is gonna be the most important election of their lifetime, don't forget it. And remember Trump 2024, if the good Lord's willing, I'll see you next time.